So first thing we do, we need to put our sample in the crucible. So we will take the crucible. It's nice and clean, hopefully. We can give it another quick wipe. It's behind you there, thank you. Just in case. A very primitive thing, just to make sure that it's dry once again. So that's it. So now we take it on the balance and oops, well, it doesn't matter at this stage, just okay. And we're gonna rotate, so it's nearly, so it's zero, almost zero now. And now we need to put the around 50 milligram of powder, anything between 49 and 51. Oops, sorry. So anything between 49 and 51 milligrams, and sort of we'll have to pack it. So it might be not so easy actually to work because it's a very small quantities we are working with. Where is it? Let's check how much is it then. This is about 40, so we need another around 10 milligram. Okay, let's check how much is it now. A tiny bit more because we need to get it 49 and above. So this is where the tricky part starts now, because you need to add so little. So let's see, maybe this will do. So this needs to be packed really well, especially the bottom of the crucible should be packed well. Oh dear. So it's too much now. It has to be below 51. So I'm going to try to concentrate from some by any possible way. Even like that. Let's see if it does the job. Okay, still a little bit more. Just take it. Powder to be outside, on the outer surface of the crucible. Okay, ha! Too much. I took off too much. tiny bit more. I don't know how much tiny. It's tiny. Okay, we're in business. 39.3. So let's leave it there. So the next thing we need to check is that everything inside there is fine. And by that I mean that there is this white disc where our crucible will go. Sometimes white disc might be stuck to the bottom of the crucible during the previous experiment, so that white disc, yeah. So this is important to check. So this is where our crucible goes. Now what we need is try to wipe out all the outer surfaces of that crucible, tap it a little bit more to make it packing better, and then try to put it in there without sort of losing crucible of its content. So it's a 49.5. So we're taking it, trying to wipe the bottom to make it clean, and bring it a little bit closer and do a little bit more tapping now. Essentially how well it's packed, the signal quality depends on that. Okay, and now we'll try to put it inside. So normally I hold my other hand just to make sure that I'm targeting it. Right, and I want a little bit move it in the middle. Here it is. Alright, now I can change the furnace position into the head. So by clicking that, you see that furnace, and I'm moving to the head and stay there. This part of the instrument is quite old, 30-ish years. The new part is only this one, so that's why it takes so long. Good, it's done. Next thing we check tap water. The water should be circulating all the time. So this is tiny bit on the low side, I would say. So we're gonna increase tiny bit more and see if it's. So it's I don't know whether it actually changed a lot. I know. A little bit more. It's very sensitive, to be honest, if you put too much. think it is a little bit more. Yeah, so this looks better to me. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah. So this has to be on all the time. Okay. And next thing, what we need to verify is whether we need nitrogen or not. So if we do measurements above 1000 degrees C, then we need to switch on nitrogen. So let's switch it on. So first of all, we want to check if there is any nitrogen there or not. So it's written which way to open. So normally you go, what is it? Open that way. So you're gonna, this is gonna be open, and we see that there is about 100 bar there. So the gas bottle is not empty. And now, in order, this is just showing the total nitrogen, and now this will show nitrogen which will go through into the furnace. So we normally regulate it with this one. When it is very free, that means it's closed. So we need to increase it, and we can either look at this one. It should be somewhere between 0 and 2. You see it started now, and also we can regulate it on the equipment here. There is a ball there which we want to be between those two labels, around 60 ml per minute. Can you see it there now? So there are two this sort of man-made labels. So it should be somewhere in between and constant. So we just need to adjust it initially because it might a little bit fluctuate. Yeah, so that's it. So it's all now done from the equipment point of view. So we now move into the computer. So in the computer software we open this Start and then this Infinity Pro. And then in order to run experiment we click on button. So we click on DSC 5000. And we'll wait for the window to appear. Takes a little bit of time. Okay, so here it shows the temperature of the sample and of the furnace, so we can just verify that initially there is everything is sort of room temperature-ish. Now we need to set up our experiment. Description 1 is the name of the file, which corresponds to the name of the file sort of next after the last recorded. Yeah. So it will be then DSC. Oops, I don't need that. DSC 024 132 73. Yeah. Now description 2 is a real description of the sample. That's what we are running today. So it's gonna be LG117. LG117 ground powder. Okay. Operator, normally you put the name of the operator. Oh dear. Okay. And sample weight is how much was it? So it was 49.5 milligrams. And gas 1 is nitrogen. We do nitrogen. Now the temperature, we go from room temperature to, let's say we go to 1200 with heating rate 20, and that's it. And at the end now, the tip is to copy this name, because you would need it to paste here. So you just paste that name, and then you say save, and here we go. experiment is set up, it will run approximately for maybe 2 hours, and then it automatically saves it on the disk. That's it. So how we can check the experiment is running, that the furnace temperature is increasing. So it was about 15 and now it goes 25 and goes up. And also there is this bar started to be filling up on power, which means that the furnace is heating up. And very soon we will see, probably this is already the first point of the trace appeared, so it will draw it all the way up to 1200. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's important at the end to log it in. So today date is 21st, 3/17. Natalia, what was it, 11 o'clock, yeah, 11:00. It was 49.5 milligram. It was 20 degrees per minute. We ran up to 1200 using nitrogen. The name of our file is DSC 024132273, because otherwise next person will use the same and overwrite ours. And we can just say that it was LG117 ground powder. And we use one crucible, and we're going to put it in the nitric acid. Okay, and so this is the run that happened. So you can see on the acquisition window the temperature is already 60 degrees C. Yeah, so it's actually much less than 2 hours took. So all we need to do, to be honest, right now, because we're not gonna run another sample, is just to switch off nitrogen, which we will be doing on the machine. So the nitrogen goes the other way around. So first of all we switch off this one. We're going until we see it's absolutely freely sort of moving till the end. And then we switch off this one by putting it to the end until we kind of feel that it's close to bottle. That's it. So this is closed now. And we will open the head, and we will put the crucibles into nitric acid. You can see what happened with the material in the crucible. You see, it's sort of, at least, it's no longer a powder. So what we can do, because the temperature is about 60 degrees C only, you can just grab it. And that's it, we can put it now in nitric acid. Sometimes, what is probably the case, that this white chunk might quite easily be taken off if we just try to help it a little bit. No, it's not going that easy, so we don't want to damage the crucible. So this goes back. Oh, I did something quick. So this goes back, and we need to put this in the nitric acid. That's it. Yeah.